What's up, everybody? So today we are going to be doing RPG movement basics, just as I had established in the title of this video. So last time I showed you guys how to make a very simple break the brick game. So today we're going to keep that simple theme going, and I'm going to show you how to make a very simple RPG. And when I say very simple I mean like very simple, very simple, very simple. So it should be good, but it's gonna teach you something new that I haven't shown you yet. So I've got my program all laid out already, so I'm gonna show you what I did. I have made two frames here, one called hall and one called room. The kind of goal we have is, this is our guy right here. He's our little knight. He looks amazing. Our goal is we want this knight to be able to travel through this room, alright, pick up the key, go back, and go through this door, and then you win the game. That's it, alright? It's no Final Fantasy 12. It's pretty simple. So, I'm going to show you just how I did a couple things. You're probably wondering, wait a second, this frame, it looks weird. I don't know how to do that. Well, it's simple. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to do scrolling today, and that's when, like, you know, if you're walking, if our little knight here is walking like boop-a-doop-a-doop-doop, walking along, and he goes this way, well, you know, I'm just going to show you. How about that? So our knight, look at him. He's so oh, he can't even move yet, so I can't show you. So the idea is if he walks off the stage, he's just going to walk off. We want the camera kind of to follow his movement. I'm going to show you how to do that. Hopefully it'll be quick. We'll just see, because last time I said it was going to be quick, and it wasn't. So I'm not going to say it's going to be quick, but I'm going to try. So first of all, let me show you how I made this hall big. All I did was, I have these two frames, I have a hall and a room. The first hall, if you click on that right there in your properties menu, you'll have the size. All I did was, it started out, you'll probably have it at 640, so it'll probably look like this when you start. I just changed it to 1155. So yep, just like that. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Really simple. You can make it as big as you want. So yeah, that's very simple. I did that. Let me tell you what objects you're going to need for this. I just have mine all pre-made, so it'll go by a little quicker. You're going to need a door, a knight, and a key. Very simple. You're going to want these two to be different objects. That's the right door and the left door. So they're two completely different objects. They just look the same. You can also see that right here. You're going to want that. And you just want a door right here in this other room, and the key somewhere in that room. You can make that however you want, but just take a minute. If you're following me along, you know, and trying to make this along with me, then just pause this video, take a sec, get it all set up, because we're going to go now. Alright, so let's start out by giving our guy some movements. Let's give him some moves. So last time we already talked about some of the movements. We had the bouncing ball movement and the 8 directions movement. Well, we're going to give this guy the 8 directions movement, and that's it. We're just going to leave it at that. So now he can move around. That'll be fine for this. 8 directions is probably the most popular for an RPG anyways. But now look, see, he tries to leave the screen. Look, the camera's not following him over there. That's kind of an issue. It's just a little issue. So I want to show you how you do that. Go into the code area. So, the condition, you're going to hit new condition, and you're going to go to these gears here, and give them a little right click, and you're going to hit always. Why we're doing that is because we always want the camera to be on him, no matter what. You can make different settings, like, well, if this is true, you can follow him, but for this case, we want him to always get the spotlight. He's a little camera hog, so he's always going to get it. Now for scrollings, the picture with the chess piece and the chessboard, that is all about frames. I think I already told you that last time, but it's all about frames, and this scrolling thing involves frames. So it's going to be right under there. It's going to be under this scrolling tab. Couldn't have guessed that. And it's going to be center window position in frame. So what that's saying is, like, where's the center? What is the center of the frame? And we want to make that knight the little center. One thing I want to show you, last time we used this same thing, this is where the center of the frame is going to be, right? But if we make it a static, like a non-moving center like that, nothing's going to change. it's just going to move the camera, so that's the center. We want the center to be him, so you're just going to click on him, and you'll see right here it says it's relative to him. So it's all about him, and we're just going to make it right in the middle of him. Hit OK. Now let's give it a little shot. Let's give it a little try. Oh my goodness. Look at that. See? I just moved to the other side. Perfect. See, so now the camera will follow him forever, always. So done. See, that's a huge mechanic. Now you know it, hopefully. So now let's look at the doors. That's probably the first thing we're going to want to do. We want our little knight here to be able to move through this door and end up in this room so he can get that key. So that's pretty simple. You probably can do that on your own, because I kind of told you how to do that last time with, you know, the game over screen. I showed you, hey, you jump from this frame to this frame when you run out of balls. In this case, it's going to just be a little different. Instead of when you run out of balls, it's just going to be our character here, our knight, if he collides with another object with the door. Not that door, that's the wrong door. So with the right door, so he's walking right into the door, then it's just going to jump to frame. Boom. Jump to frame, room. So now if our little guy runs right through the door, it'll take us here. Now as you can see, in this room our knight's not even here. He's not in this room. And I'm going to tell you why. So these frames, even though they're in the same application, they are completely unconnected in every way. They do not share any of the same code. Okay, they don't share any of the same code. And so thus, you know, our knight's not just going to appear there. That's not how it works. We're going to have to, we'll just take him and copy him. And if you copy him, all his movement and stuff will copy too. So paste. So now he's here. And you're going to want him to be, you know, he's going to walk through that door. So apparently he's going to start right there. That's how it should be. So I'm going to show you something called a global value. And a global value is going to connect these frames. Global values is kind of like a value, but it's true throughout the whole application. So if I say something in a global value, it'll be true in both of these frames, not just one of them. If that makes sense. It will, because I will show you more. But before we do that, let's just make him so, you know, he can go back. So just by going through this door, he'll go back to the hall. Alright, now I'm going to show you a little problem. A little problem we've got going on. So here's the biggest problem. So I start out in the dungeon, right? I'm right here. This beautiful light blue dungeon. I'm walking, get to this door, go through the door. And I'm like, oh man, there's a key that I can't pick up yet. Okay, so I want to go back to the hall, and then wait a second. See, look, I started way over here. Why? Well, because the two frames aren't connected. This frame doesn't know that it's supposed to put my guy there. So we're going to use a global value to make it so it knows. If you want to look at the global values, you're going to click on this guy right here. This is the application itself, right? So these are the frames. This thing it's under is the application. So you're going to click on that, and you're going to go to the properties menu and just click on the A to Z. This shows you all of your values, and we have none. No global values or global strings. We're going to use the global values. So you're going to want to make two new ones, because we want one to be for the key too. But just call one like spot, because it's going to be your spot, or just call it whatever you want. I don't care. And then this one will be key. We'll do with that later. But so now we've made two global values. These global values, if changed, will stay that way through the whole application, through frames. So it's pretty neat. So now I'm going to show you. Let's make it so he ends up on this side. And this is how I do it. This might be kind of complicated, so just focus your mind and your soul into what I'm about to tell you. So this door right here, I label with, like, it's a virtual 1, okay? So that's virtual 1, and this is door virtual 2. Or this is position 1, and this is position 2. You only have to do this in rooms with more than one door. Like, you wouldn't have to do it here, because he starts out there, and there's no other entrance. So thus, that's right. No matter what, that's going to be the right position for him. But for here, there's two different doors. So if you come in on this side, you're going to want him here, and if you come in on this side, you know, you're going to want him here. But he starts here, so that's the problem. So this door is a virtual 1, and this door is a virtual 2. Now we're not going to, I'm just going to go. I don't want to confuse you more than I probably already have. So the real problem isn't here because you want him to start here. The real problem is here. And you're probably thinking, well, why is the real problem here? You just barely said that that was okay. Well, because he's going to leave through this door. He's going to go through that door. And when he goes through that door, we want to tell the whole application, like, hey, listen, he just left that door, so he needs to end up on the right side. So what we're going to do, so when he goes through that door, so he went through that door, we're going to go to these gears. These gears, special conditions, are what affect all the global values. So you're going to go in there, boop, change a global value. So we're going to set it. Global value spot. So his position, we're going to change it to 2 because the door we want him to end up on, I just gave it the virtual number 2. Remember how I did that whole rant? That's why I said that. So that's 2. So it's set to 2. Okay? So go back over here, and so we're going to want to make it, so at the start of this frame, so right when it starts up, if, so I'm about to show you something else. With conditions, I've only shown you 1, but you can actually make 2 conditions and 1 event. And I'll just show you what I mean. So if you go up to 1, like the start of frame, we're going to want to make it so at the start of frame, if the global value equals 2, then he'll appear at that side of the door. But, I mean, only if start a frame right here. So you're going to right click on this and hit insert. And then you can add another one. It's going to be the gears. And you're going to say compare to a global value. And it's going to be spot. So if spot equals 2. Look at that. See, I just added 2 in 1. But it'll just do 1 event. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, this one's kind of confusing. I feel like I'm confusing you, but I hope I'm not. I hope you're just grasping this with all your heart and soul. So the spot equals 2. What do we want to happen? Well, we want his, I don't want to do that. So we want to change his position. So you're going to right click on that. Position, select position. You're going to want to put him right here. Bam. Okay. So at the start of the frame, he should appear right there if spot equals 2. And then always just kind of as a safety, this probably doesn't matter because it's a really small scale we're doing, but I always set it back to 0 too. Okay, so let's start this. So whatever, I'm adventuring. There's a door, go through it. Hey, look at this nice room, and then I leave. Whoa! It worked. How amazing is that? So now you can go through these doors and just travel and not have to start all the way over there. Okay, see? Perfecto. So that's done. That's part A. Part A's done, everybody. Hands of applause. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the key, because the whole point is we're trying to get through this door. This door is locked. So, first of all, the global value right now for the key is 0. It's always going to start out as 0. And that 0 means I don't got no key. It means I have no key. So we're going to want to make it so when you pick up the key, that global value changes so it knows. But before we do that, I'm going to teach you how to make a new object. So hit insert, new object, and you're going to do string. Alright, string. And now what a string is, it's just a bunch of words. That's all it is. So I'm going to make it say it's locked. Because I want to make it so when you touch that door, if you don't have a key, it's going to tell you, like, listen, buddy, it's locked. You know, the player needs to know what's up. And you click on it. There's all the different options for it, just like any other object. But I'm going to click on text options. I'm just going to customize it a little bit. Feel free to do the same. I just want to make it look, I just want to make it look a little nice. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? But I don't want it to appear all the time. You know, I just want it to appear when you touch that door, if you try to go through it. So, no, it's this one. So you're going to go to display options. It's like this blue computer with the arrows on it. And it's visible at start. We don't want it to be visible at start. Okay? We don't want it to be visible at start. We just want to make it visible if you try to go through the door, so you collide with the locked door, so you're trying to go through the door but it's locked. So we also want to say, hey, it's locked. So that's if your global value, so the key equals 0. So you do not have a key. Key equals 0. You don't have a key and you're trying to go through the locked door. And we're going to make your guy just bounce off of it, like boing, and then we're going to make it reappear. So check this out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go through this door. Boom, it's locked. Boom, boom. How neato is that? Now you'll notice I'm moving and the words follow me. Strings are just defaultly made to do that. They'll just follow you. So all you have to do to fix that is click on it, go to the play button, and check follow the frame, and it won't follow you anymore. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Now let's make it so we can get that key and go through that door and end this torturous quest in this disgusting blue room. So that's going to be over here. So all you want to do, whoops. So this is easy. I bet you can figure this out. You just want to collide with the key, and when you touch the key's going to be destroyed. And then what are you going to do? Huh? Think about it. You're going to change that global value to 1. The key. Make sure you hit key to 1. Because now you got that key. Because now you got it. Alright. Perfect. And then go over to Hall, and you can make it when you go through that door, the locked door. Lol. You guys see what I just did there? Okay. So when you try to go through the locked door, and the global value key equals 1, so you got that key, and you're trying to go through the door, and you got the key, you've got the right at this point to go through that door. And we're just going to end the application, which will be in the horse thingy, end the application. So it's over. Game's over. You go through there with the key, it's over. So let's give this a shot. Go through there. Ding, got the key. Go back. Boom. Worked. We did it. We finished it. One last thing we gotta do, and I'll show you what it is. So I go through here. I get the key, and I'm like, awesome, I'm gonna go unlock the door. Yeah, oh wait, forgot my purse. Go back. Wait a second. What? Wait just a second. I already got this key. What the freak? So we don't want it to do that. You have the key. The key should be gone. It shouldn't ever come back. So we're gonna want to do pretty simple. I bet you can figure it out. Think about it. Think about it. You're gonna do start a frame. If you have the key, basically, so key equals 1 and it's the start of the frame. So you've already got the key. You want to destroy it. You do not want it to appear. You can use destroy. Yeah, destroy would be the best. You can make it invisible, but don't do that. Make it destroy. So now we're gonna just skip on over here. Grab the key. Oh, forgot my purse again. Okay, see, it's gone. It's gone because I grabbed it. I already have it. And then voila. So it is oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's it. That's all I got to show you today. I know it was kind of complicated because I probably just made it more confusing than I should have. I'm sorry if I did. I hope it was clear enough for you to get it. But the global values are so important because it makes it so you can really make all of your frames, all of your levels, like coexist together. They can each share these values, so you can make your games way more complex. I taught you scrolling, which is awesome. You can make that with platformers, RPGs, and I really would encourage you to really mess with this. Don't just make it these 2 rooms. You can make it tons of rooms, put the keys in different places. You can make it a maze-like level. You can make way more global values. You can make it so you need to get different items. You can need to get swords or shields. You can do anything with this. So I encourage you to try it on your own and do more than what I did. Do some other crazy things. Test it out. Maybe instead of making just 2 rooms, make 4 rooms and make all these different rooms you can go into. Just do more. Just practice it. And as always, if you make something that you are proud of, send me pictures or send me something because I'd love to see it. And even if it's really cool, I'd love to share it, and so other people can see it and learn from it. The code for this program will be on my website. Feel free to download it. If you didn't get a part, you can look at the way I did it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. It would just encourage me to make more tutorials and help you become a better game designer. So, thanks for watching.